Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and here is my end of the year book tag. This challenge was created by Ariel Bassett, and I'm just using the questions that she came up with, and I'm so excited to do this with you guys. It's November. My reading goal for this year, this was my first year ever tracking my reading from January to December, and since I've never tracked my reading before, I didn't really know how many books I typically read a year. I do think I read more this year than I usually do. I set my goal at 60 books. I am at, let me check Goodreads. Goodreads is great, but Storygraph is better. Okay, I've read 92 of 60 books. That's crazy. But now I'm like, I need to hit 100 books, so I have 8 more books to read, and I'm in the middle of filming 2 different reading vlogs, so I'm sure I'll hit that goal. But yeah, I just wanted to do the end of the year book tag because I think that's crazy. I don't know, I just love books. I love sharing what I read with you guys, and you guys sharing what you read with me. A book community is so nice because when I tell you, I always wanted this growing up, so to have this community of people who love to read, people who read the same things I read, people who read something I would never read either. Like, I just think it's great that we can all come together and share what we're reading with each other, and you know, it's just a fun time. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I also have a haul because I've got some special edition books and some ARCs. I also have a library book haul because y'all know I love the library. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got after I do the end of the year book tag. Oh yeah, we'll just jump right in. So the first question is, any books you started this year that you need to finish? Okay, the first book that I started this year that I really want to finish is Only a Monster by Vanessa Lynn. This is a buddy read though, so I want to finish it with the person I started the buddy read with, which is why I haven't finished it yet. But I started it off and it was great. Me and her have just both been so busy, so whenever we both find time to finish it, we're gonna finish the buddy read. It's about a girl who is a monster and she is falling in love with someone who is a monster slayer. You know, enemies to lovers, forbidden romance vibe going on. It's YA and it reads like YA, but it's still so cute. I really like it so far. This one's on my Kindle, but The Perfect Child by Lucinda Berry. I started that. I think it's a thriller. It started off really good, and I don't know why. I just never finished it, but I didn't. But I remember it seemed really interesting at the beginning. And lastly, People from My Neighborhood. This is literary fiction, I believe. Another one that was really good when I started. Don't know why I didn't finish it, but I did not. Now the next question. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And I have 2. I'm reading both of them right now. A Crown of Chains by Erin Phillips. This is a fantasy of the story of Queen Esther. And then Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. If you don't know what this is about, click off this video right now. I'm just kidding. It's a classic. I think these are both very much autumn vibes. I'm listening to the audiobook for Wuthering Heights. I've not finished it yet. Now, a new release that I'm still waiting for. That is Aisling Book 3. Aisling Breath of the New Creature is my all-time favorite series that I've read this year. I started the series this year, read book 1 and 2, fell in love, and I can't wait for book 3. It comes out in December. But I do get an ARC copy, and I am so excited. I can't wait. I'm checking my mailbox every day for that book. But some anticipated releases that I just got, like, not that long ago. Nightbane by Alex Astor. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is the ARC copy. Then Love redesigned by Lauren Asher. I was really looking forward to this, and Bloom sent it to me, which thank you so much, Bloom. The cover is just so cute and I don't know, really fun vibes, but this is a billionaire romance. This will be my first ever billionaire romance as well. It's a spin-off of the Dreamland billionaire romance series. I never read that one, but it's okay. Next question, the 3 books to read before the year is up, and I put Caraval by Stephanie Garber because I really want to get into the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, but you need to read the Caraval series first. It's different in fantasy, so yes, I do need to read the series before I read it. And I've heard amazing things about it. I heard it's like a carnival game. Yeah, it says remember it's only a game, but that's all I know. I know nothing else. House of Bane and Blood by Alexis Almenard. Another series I really love was The Last Daughter duology. She is awesome. This one is very different from what I hear, but she wrote it, so I'm gonna read it. And then I also said Aisling 3 because that is like a highly anticipated release. Next question, book that could shock me and become my favorite read of the year. Honestly, of what's on my TBR, I don't think any of them would shock me because I know what I like, but maybe Love Redesigned. I've heard really good things about it, and I don't really know what to expect when it comes to Lauren Asher because I've never read her writing before, so that one could shock me, but the rest of my TBR is pretty much just fantasy. I'm gonna go with Love Redesigned. Or Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood. That is another romance. It's a YA romance. And the last question is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? I have not. The only thing reading books wise that I know for next year is that I have a reading journal that I'm going to use at the start of it. It's really cute. That's all I know. Wait, just kidding. I do know I also want to read Cassandra Clare and finally read the Magnolia Park series because I've been putting those off. Now that Magnolia Parks is getting a show, I need to read those books before it's too late. And A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, because that's also getting a show. A lot of book series are getting shows. I have a love-hate relationship with that, just because the books are always better, like always. I mean, sometimes the adaptations are good, like the Hunger Games adaptation. Chef's kiss. Speaking of, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes comes out next week. I'm binge reading the entire Hunger Games trilogy plus The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes book this weekend because I have to read it before I watch it, but I am going to watch that movie. Be there or be square. Hunger Games ate that up, but I feel like a lot of times they don't eat that up. I mean, I still always end up watching a movie or show, but I know a lot of times it can't even compare, but that's fine. If I'm like, I'm gonna watch the show, I need to read the book first. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? You're catching what I'm throwing? Those are all the questions for my end of the year book tag, and now I am going to show you the haul. Okay, I have a lot from Sourcebooks because Sourcebooks is like, Sourcebooks goes crazy. They're all from Sourcebooks. This is about a girl named Lily who needs a ride, and she ends up getting a ride from her ex-best friend, and her ex-best friend is with a girl named Elkie, and Elkie is a girl that she got expelled years ago, and of course Elkie has not forgotten about this. So should she get in the car with these two people? Absolutely not, but does she? Absolutely. So that is the first book. This is young adult fiction, and this one comes out in February of 2024. Now we have The Summer She Went Missing. It's about a girl named Paige. Marjorie is her boyfriend's sister, or the guy that she likes sister, and she goes missing and nobody really knows what happened to her, but she starts digging for clues to try to figure out more about what happened, and she finds lots and lots of secrets, and if these things get to unravel, and she's like, okay, these girls may just be on saving, plus I might be next. That's Not My Name by Megan Lawley. It's about a girl who shows up at a police station. She has no idea who she is or where she is, and some guy comes in with her ID and is like, I'm her dad. So she goes home with him, and he's like, your name is Mary. This one's by Catherine Foxfield, and it's called Tag You're Dead. So it follows Anton Fraser. He is like an online star, and he hosts a huge game of tag online that's live streamed, and 100 of his fans compete in this game of tag. But of course it's not all fun and games. 4 players have very dark ulterior motives, and this is sort of what goes on during that game of tag. Such a Good Liar by Sue Wallman. Lydia gets an all-exclusive trip to the Caribbean, and super rich people live there, okay? They treat people like toys and just boss everybody around. And Lydia is super excited to meet them, but Lydia is not Lydia. Lydia is there to get revenge for her mom's death. And this one just came out recently. Missing by Savannah Brown. Roxy Rains, she's a singer, and she goes missing from a tiny resort 30 years ago. But Mona Perry, she's 17, and she is on the hunt for answers of what happened to this singer. Everybody in her town kind of refuses to talk about it, but Mona won't let it go. And she kind of only has this one summer to get to the bottom of the disappearance. This island is not giving up their secrets because there's a lot of history that goes on with this island. Swarm by Jennifer D. Lyle. Shur sees a huge butterfly and then realizes there are tons of them. A terrifying new species is around, nobody is safe, and it just becomes a game of survival. A bunch of these were around, huge, I'd be gone. From an ARC trading group, I got Curious Tides by Pascal Lascelles. This is a YA dark academia fiction. From Bookish Box, I have Light Lark. Honestly, Bookish Box is now up there with special edition book boxes. Fairy Loot was my favorite, but I think Bookish Box has outdone them. This is amazing. I love when they completely just scrap the original cover and make their own, because this is stunning, and it's signed by Alex Astor. I feel like this is better. This is amazing. One is from Alcrate. It's Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. Reversible dust jacket and a redesigned hardcover. End papers. I think this is signed. Yep, it's signed by Olivia Blake. One from Alcrate is Swordcatcher. This is what made me want to read all of Cassandra's books, and I might just start with Swordcatcher. This is her adult fantasy debut. She's only written YA, and she's also only written in the Shadowhunters universe. She's branching out, so I might just read this one first to see if I like her writing and see if I want to read her backlist, because there are a lot. There's the map. One who is stepping up their game with special edition books, because this is beautiful. And then this is from a trading group. I got Babel, the Illumicrate version. Beautiful. Signed by Rebecca Kwong. The slipcase is awesome. And the last special edition I have was the October YA book from Fairy Loot, and it is The Forest Grimm. Some character art. Beautiful end papers, beautiful hardcover, reversible dust jacket. And I got a PR box from Savar Miller and Emily McIntyre from Valentine PR, and I got Be Still My Heart. I believe this is an adult romance book. Cute character art. Thank you so much, Valentine PR. From Bramble Publishing, I got The Ark of Gothicana. I've heard so much about this book and I can't wait to read it. It was on my spooky TBR. Huge slump in October. I only read 2 books. I read An Enchantment of Ravens and The Housemaid, and that's it. I mean, I read more, but I only finished 2 books. From Wednesday Books, I have Fragile Enchantment. From Del Rey Publishing, we have this. First of all, this is not the cover. It's a paperback with a dust jacket. Is that not the best thing you've ever seen? It is, and I never want to take it off. So thank you so much, Del Rey Publishing. All three of these were sent to me. We have a duet right here by Rena Kent, Red Thorns and Black Thorns. New adult romance, football romance, I believe. This is the first book in a high fantasy series. I'm going into this completely blind. It's almost 700 pages, I believe. Yep, almost 700 pages. Just can't wait for this. Now for the library book haul. The Secret Service of Tree and Treason. The Secret Service of Tea and Treason, and I got this because it just looked cute. I love the cover. Don't know what it's about. Forget Me Not, Julie Soto. I've heard a lot about this. It's a romance book. That's all I know. Yours truly, Abby Jimenez. This is also a romance book. I've heard everybody talk about this book and how good it is. Even people who don't mainly read romance or normally read romance have read this and said it's amazing, and I can't wait. The Night House by Joe Nesbo. Don't know anything about it, but it looked interesting. One for My Enemy by Olive Blake. This is an adult fantasy with vampires. And that is not the end of the haul. I have this. It just came out November 13th. Hobbit meets the Great British Bake Off in this new cozy fantasy. I've never read The Hobbit or seen the British Bake Off. That sounds interesting enough. So let's see what's in here. Oh my goodness. A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. Does this not look like the cutest thing ever? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, The Nerd Fam. That is one of the best PR companies ever. Their boxes are always so cute. This looks like the cutest story ever. And that is it for the haul, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your reading goals that you're trying to accomplish for the end of the year and how many books you've read this year and what your favorite was. I have not decided on a favorite yet. I think I'm going to make a video of my top 10 favorites of the year, probably like at the beginning of December, because I don't know if I can pick one. Because like I've read almost 100 books, but I think I have like 20 books that I really enjoyed and would reread. I'm really picky when it comes to books. But yeah, there's my haul. Thank you guys for tuning in for this video. Also, check out my look. I got a Cousins rowing sweatshirt. I'm still Team Jeremiah. See you next time.